live, then we can share the program to other platforms while I play one or two. Yes, I can.
I mean, I can't see my face anymore. I don't know why.
You can't see. Now I'm trying to put something.
Morning's up there, I can take the back up. Time morning, you could start to follow from the far. Biafrans no go tire. Together we stay strong.
My face is up here.
With love and support, we go sing this unity song. Simon.
You are not on the. You are not seated, Mazi.
That's it. I'm saying I can't. My image just disappeared, but the background is still showing. The virtual background is
yes,
still
the
showing.
background is still showing. But are you close? Are you seated?
I've not moved from my position. Let me try and move the camera and put it back.
Okay. While you are doing that,
Prime Minister, now you be. Every day, thank you for the light you give me. See, feet they move to do it. Heart to beat for our land. They rise like the oak with Simon with a star. Future like morning, Biafra shine like gold. Together we go make this story with a hope. Simon with the hair, you Prime Minister Nagi. Biafra we thank you for the light you give me. See. Biafra shine like gold. Together we go make up this story. Simon we did you Prime Minister that you be. Biafra we did time for the light you give me. See. Prime Minister, for you stand so tall. Biafra will reign, your name we call. Together Biafra marching hand in hand so true. Promise to spread your anthem news of your music we pursue. Biafrans, history will tell our tale. Hero of our dreams. Will never fail. Together we'll find the what's up. So you will look for hope. In the darkest night we find strength in your world. From your grave I will lead that. To you we look for hope. In the darkest night we find strength in your words we go. Strong and brave I will lead that. Future bright we see, leading us to freedom. Unchained will be like you got from. History will tell our tale. Hero of our deeds. Your courage will never fail. Strong and brave, all the future bright we see, leading us to freedom. Unchained will be. Thank you.
Mas, we are ready.
Okay. Go ahead. Are we live?
Yes. Let me play the national anthem then.
We shall protect us from all of foes, but He Christ is dead for all we win. Then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation of our land. The solemn pledge, defending thee, shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will come privilege. The way that which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty.
So while we honor the dead, those who died since time immemorial, more importantly, those who died from 1967 to 1970, we must continue to mourn them. We must continue to respect them. We must continue to fight the cause for which they fight and died. So we are going to stand in a minute silence for them, and the minute starts now. May the souls of the faithful departed, our heroes and fought and died for freedom, may they continue to embolden us. May they continue to so as to fight the cause for which they died for. And all of us, we are going to win eventually and free ourselves from the terrorist Nigerian state. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abịama. He said to go into the BDF anthem.
We have a strong enemy, all Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it, all hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have triumphant from all our foes through the crucible unscathed. We pass victorious. Our trumpets pealing, Lord, long play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide us and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury. Hush fire and noise.
Biafra, Biafra, shining, shining forever. Thank you so much, Biafrans. I welcome you all to this wonderful Sunday, the 12th day of October 2025. Before we start, actually, we have to listen to the prayer of Ohamadik of Biafra land. One of his signature prayers that he prayed in the language of. So let us start today with the prayer of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, thank you so much, Biafrans, wonderful Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, and friends of Biafra. I welcome you this morning to this very, very important interactive section, conversation with one of the ministers of BRGIE. First of all, anywhere you are listening from all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and your location. I welcome you to the platform of the Questionniarre, anchored by myself, Mazi David Nana. Most of you will say the Questionniarre. Yes, so the reason why the Questionniarre was created, or the reason why we make it a Questionniarre, is this platform will be used to ask the all-important questions. If you want to ask any question at all, if there are anything you don't really understand and you want to know about it, more importantly, in BRGIE government, more importantly concerning the liberation, the restoration, or the recognition as it pertains to Biafra. That is the kind of questions we entertain in my platform. I will be asking the question, and you as an audience will also have an opportunity to call to ask questions, so that we can be able to educated, because it's not everybody that is privileged or privy to certain information that the government of Biafra have. So, and most of you, maybe you don't have access, you are not closer to any of the government functionaries to ask such questions. So we use this platform to invite anybody that we want to ask questions about government. We use this medium to invite them, and when they come, I will have certain questions to ask them, and I will also require my audience to ask certain questions so that the government functionaries will as well respond. But I want also inform each and every one of us that there are certain questions that we may not entertain in this platform. One of the questions that we may not entertain or we may not accept in this platform is any question that is pertaining to religion. We are not going to go into religious issues in this platform. We all understand that the Biafran, we have three religions in Biafra. We have the traditional, we have the Christian, and we have the Judaic religion. So anything about religion, we are not going to entertain it in this platform. Another question we will not entertain is anything concerning the defense of the Biafra. Okay? Those questions are left with the Defense Department. They know what they are doing about our defense. And another question we may not entertain here is this question that pertains to, you and I, all of us are fighting for freedom. We went into the bush, we are looking for antelope to kill. And all of a sudden, one of us that was, pursuing this antelope just turned around and said, "Hey, minister, your leg looks like this antelope, And all of a sudden, it becomes your enemy. So now, when they have, tried to destroy what we are doing, they thought that they cannot be held responsible or accountable. And the government have said it, that the time to sabotage the movement and go scot-free have passed. It was long time ago. This time around, if you try anything to sabotage the government, we are going to hold you responsible and accountable. So in that vein, the litigation that is going on right now against those who try to disrupt what we are doing, we are not going to talk about it. So these are the questions we are not going to dabble into. But every other thing that is pertaining to funding, how do we intend to fund, what you can do to support the government, what you can do, to create awareness about what is happening, we are going to entertain such questions. And if it is beyond us, then you can as well, write us or write me and tell me who you want to answer such questions. Then I can now liaise, I can now contact the government functionary. If he or she have, then the person can come on our platform. Then we can table such questions with the person and he can be able to respond to it. So I welcome you once again, and I expect every one of you, if you want to ask questions, there is a number on the screen. You can call the number and ask your question, but I indicate the time we start taking questions from outside the studio. Okay? Now, this morning we have one of the ministers of our government, BRGIE. As you all know, have seen his name in the flyer that I sent out. I want to officially welcome Minister Emeka Oragwu. Minister, welcome to the Questionniarre platform this morning.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, Biafrans, This is Minister Emeka Oragwu. Most of you might have heard that name for the first time yesterday that I posted, or 2 days ago that I posted. But most of you don't know who Minister Emeka. You know, you'll be hearing Emeka. He is here in our. So I am going to ask him some certain questions, and without wasting time, before we go into the question section, I want us to listen to the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, one of the reasons that made you, Biafrans, to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of you that are fighting, all of you that are supporting our leader, this is of the reasons that made you to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is one of the reasons that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be where he is today. So it's very short. It's a very short clip of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said and what he stands for. And this is one of the reasons why most of you that are in this government, most of you that are supporting this liberation or recognition, judge this freedom because of one of the stands of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I want you to listen to this very, very important before we proceed to the first question of the day. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is our leader. He is kidnapped from Kenya and he is still in the custody of the Nigerian terrorist state. So I want you all to listen.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When enough? Do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living in of course it's Hausa land? Are they living in the forest? They came to the town. They work very hard. They build houses. They build mansions. They develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. These are people that have prepared for you to train. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for you, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant.
Yes, thank you so much for listening to that wonderful statement of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is one of the reasons why he's loved by Biafrans. This is one of the reasons why he is hated as well by a very few Biafrans and non-Biafrans alike. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fearless. He is courageous and consistent in what he stands for. And that is the reason why most of us are in this liberation. And I understand that that is why all that are fighting for freedom, whether they are supporting us now or are not, stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So having listened to that, please, our minister in the house, Minister Emeka Oragwu, please tell Biafrans, who is Emeka Oragwu and where does he come from in Biafran territory, 40 states of Biafra land? You may not mention your village anyway, you know. Thank you so much. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, the questionnaire. Thank you for inviting me once again. I greet our people of Biafra and well-meaning people of freedom. Emeka is just an ordinary guy, you know, sitting in the background. I prefer to work in the background to make things happen for our people. I'm from Old Anambra State, Ikemba, and I've been watching what our leader did for a very long time, you know. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a great man. He's still a great man. He inspired us. He inspired our PM. He inspired most of us to follow the path of truth, you know. And especially if you love to hear the truth and act upon it, it's for you. But if you like to sit and not do anything about the anarchy that is coming to everyone, maybe this is not for you. Unless, of course, you are being faced with that similar challenge that every other people are facing, which is an existential threat by the Fulani tribe and Islam. So I came across Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's interview because I've been hearing about him for a while I was, you know, working in the zoo as a journalist. I was an independent journalist in the zoo, and the time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was picked up from the Lagos airport there, because I grew up in Lagos, I was asking questions. I was like, you know, what did the guy do? You know, they said, oh, he we were like 10 of us in a room, you know, we're just gisting, you know, talking. They said Nnamdi Kanu committed treason. I'm like, okay, what is the treason? They said he threatened to destroy Nigeria. I said, okay. As they arrested him, did they find any weapon on him? They said no. Did they find any knife on him? At least most have the basic weapon. Apart from, they said no. So how is that? So somebody use his mouth and say he will destroy something, and you just get arrested, charged for treason, taken to prison. It didn't make any sense to me. But at that time, I was not, you know, I was not in tune or in line with our identity, which is Biafra. I wasn't in tune with it. I was just minding my own business, you know. And for a very long time, this has affected many of us. We've been indoctrinated in Nigeria to think a certain way. That getting your freedom is, or getting to even know your past is a crime. Get to speak your language is punishable in schools. So I was a science student. We were not given history as a curriculum or as a subject. History was not even discussed. Once you are into mathematics, you know, physics, chemistry, biology, and all that, you are not allowed to learn history. It says for art students, those that do political science, you know, painting. If you are not really, I don't know how to put it, but you get the point. That was how the Nigerian educational system was structured. So I didn't pick any interest in history. So did many of my, you know, classmates. So we didn't know what was going on. We were just busy doing XYZ and ABC and sodium chloride and all that. We were learning all that in school without knowing our what we are, who we are, why we are in this level. You know, to discuss the war, that the genocidal war that happened was like a crime. You know, so many lies were being spread. That Ojukwu was the one that started the war. You know, so many things. Ojukwu was an evil man. So many of our people who are originally Biafran, Igbo, you know, Shekiri, and all that, were being indoctrinated to fight against their own identity. So I wouldn't really blame most of them. Yeah, so like I said,
So in other words, Maz, in other words, what you are saying was you were in Lagos, and what motivated you to join this liberation is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is that right?
Yes, what I got in, yes, in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, based on, you know, what I observed, and I was joining
Okay.
2 and 2.
Okay. Now, having said that, it is very, very interesting because a lot of people who joined this freedom were motivated by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just like yourself. You just confirmed that you were in Lagos then. Then, will you please, when did you join this Biafran liberation movement? Because obviously you said you were in Lagos and you heard what was happening. Were you in Lagos when you were in Lagos when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? When did you join this liberation movement and why?
I would say I joined it in 2018, 2019. So you might say I'm part of the COVID sets. you know. And by joining doesn't mean in my own aspiration, joining may not be donating by that time, but seeking the truth and trying to
Okay.
figure out solution for our people. You know, by joining doesn't mean joining the government. In my opinion, it could be just donating. It could be just talking to someone about, oh, this is what I found, and I think this is what our people need at this time. We need to break out from that zoo. To me, that is joining. Yes, spreading the word. You know, trying to challenge the minds of people positively to, you know, be open to the existential threats against our people and even the indigenous people of Nigeria. But thankfully, you know, our people woke up earlier. We saw it in the future. Ojukwu saw it 50 years back, you know, and we just most of us just caught up with what he saw.
Okay. Now you said you joined as a COVID-19, and the COVID-19 agitators are the best agitators. They are the ones who are making things happen. Will you please tell us the reason why you said in 2015 what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos, and you were aware of that, and you were also aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set off IPOB in 2012. All this why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking. All this why you had the message. All this why you were motivated by what he was talking about. You didn't join. Why? And why 2019?
Yeah, like I already answered it earlier. It's very simple. Is like I said, we were being indoctrinated not to know our past or know anything about us. I just go school, come back, you know, go to anywhere, you know, go to sports, go to library, go to wherever, come back. Then if you hear somebody speaking something different from what we already know, it's new, you know. And that time, I think I had graduated. I was occupied with other things. Let me put it that way. The message did not sink in. I just knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a name. We call him Nnamdi Kanu then. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu, that man he threatened Nigeria. I'm like, okay, threatened Nigeria. So what did he carry out any threats? You know, and he was picked up and arrested. I just heard the news and I just heard the name and I asked, okay, what's the problem? What did he do? So to you, what he did is wrong. He said, yes, it's treason. He threatened the country. I mean, to me, it didn't make sense. It just like a normal topic, you know. People talk about different things. So we just discussed him probably like 5-10 minutes, and that was it. I moved on with life.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mazi. Do you think that other people, you said before you joined, you know, people were being indoctrinated? It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that now came with the truth. And it is that truth that motivated to come out at the right time. You came out at the right time because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to create that awareness, to speak the truth for people who cares to listen. And eventually you got the truth and you joined in 2019. 2019 was very, very, very important. This 2019, the COVID-19, because before 2019, there are a lot of people who joined this movement from 2012 to 2018. They did not make any impact. Those who joined in 2019 to this moment have been able to create a very impact in the Biafran liberation movement. Are you going to tell us that it was because we were waiting for the right time to join that made you to join?
Well, in my perspective, I don't like to everybody get their own thing to offer, you know, at certain points, and some of them unfortunately got tired, or they were distracted, or they were, you know, they had their other things in mind. I mean, they played their own parts. Those that came earlier and contributed whatever they could contribute to conscientizing our people to let our people know what's going on and the way forward at that time. They played their own part. Wazirike played his own part. He was betrayed by his comrades. Are we going to say he failed in context? Are we going to say he did the wrong thing? You have to put a lot of things into factor. All of them that came in and left, played their own parts. I won't look down on them. I'm not saying you are, but I won't say, because there are several, we could go on and on. There are several factors for people to change people. And, will I call them weak? No, it's just things happen. It's life. So instead of like, bringing it up, I'll suggest we just move forward with what we have now. Thank God that we've come this far. They let me just say they through Nnamdi Kanu, they built a strong foundation. It is why we still respect, some of us still respect Wazirike. After the whole negative news about him that he's saboteur, he did this, he did that. At the end of the day, when we now found out what happened, that he was arrested, imprisoned, and his men were being bribed to join Nigeria, and they tried to use his men, to convince him to join the zoo, and no support anywhere. So if we now bring the same formula to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu currently, same thing. He was kidnapped, he was from Kenya, arrested, but they couldn't get our PM to convince him to stop the agitation. You understand? So everyone had their own part. I get probably it was the wrong time. Ojukwu spent his father's wealth to protect our people. At the end of the day, the result wasn't what was expected. To get our freedom finally. Are we going to say Ojukwu failed?
No.
He did his best.
Yes.
He did his best.
You are really right. You are really right. Just
Philip Ekong, I'll say in my opinion, all those that that tried hard, all those that even tried sabotage, all of them get their own work. Now, if I say that like department of sabotage, department of they still at the end of the day, it still brought our people more together to where we are right now, to get our freedom. So that's how I see it. Yes, because at the end of the day, when Biafra is fully established and recognized, it's already established right now. It needs to be recognized, by the United States government and other nations. Then, all of us, it will benefit all of us. Both the saboteurs and the sabotees, the one way they prepare, the one way they don't play in your own role, finish, go. All of us will still come together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, you just said, you just made it very, very plain and simple for everyone. There are divisions of labor, and everybody who have, passed through this liberation contributed positively that we are today. Without Wazirike in 1990, we wouldn't have, kept abreast about Biafra is all about. Wazirike gave birth to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see that God has already programmed how it was going to be. The same thing applies to those who followed our leader between 2012 to 2019 to up to this moment. They created their owners. They contributed a lot positively. Even some also fell out negatively. But in the real sense of it, it was for the best benefit interest of Biafra. And here we are today. So thank you so much for that wonderful response. And my next question to you, sir, you are a minister in BRGIE, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do Mazi Honorable Emeka Oragwu do for BRGIE in government? What do you do for the Biafran people as a minister under BRGIE, sir?
I'm part of the business team. I created a Biafra shop, and it was published for people or anyone to patronize. The aim of Biafra Shop is another means for to raise funds for our government to help our people gain our freedom. You know, it's a community service.
Okay, I don't want it. You are just letting the cat out. Thank you so much. So,
Mhm.
what you are among the business team of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. That is what you just said, sir.
Yes,
And one of your avenues of that business is to open the Biafran shop, right?
yes,
Okay. Thank you so much. The Biafran shop. What brain behind the Biafran shop? Or what is the essence of the Biafran shop? Just like you are trying to explain before I cut you short.
yes.
You can go ahead now and
No,
explain to the
no
Biafran
problem.
people.
No problem. The Biafra shop, like I said, was another means for our people to contribute. You know, I consider the several factors that discourage our people to contribute. You know, there was this fear mongering around, especially for those of us here in diaspora. You know, oh, if I put my if I donate to these people, they are going to find me. You know, people that were scared of putting their money to our government. You know, to in order for our government to have funds to take care of the necessities to free our people, right? So Biafra Shop is like an avenue to actually patronize without putting your name. Let me put it that way. Just patronize, and the profits, the revenue goes to the government. There are other ways to patronize or to support the government without putting your name. There's a special IOU. You know, you can put any name there as long as you pay with your credit or debit card. You can also use crypto. I believe it's still there. Um, so it's just one of the factors that came up. That is one of the issues that I saw, and took advantage to provide a solution for our people to participate in the funding of our freedom. It's as simple as that. We're trying to create avenues to fund our freedom, and very soon, we may not need. In fact, we will not need funding from our people. So we don't get another inspiration, you know, um, to raise funds for our government, right? And this one is way better than the rest we've ever had. Yes, and we're working on that. For
Okay.
those that
Okay.
are
Now,
still, mm,
yes, there's something that you said, very, very important. You said it is an avenue to raise money and fund our liberation. In other words, there is something very, very important in what you just said, because it means that, or maybe you can explain to us in a layman's language, when you mean that this shop was meant to help in funding the government. Please, how do money go into the government when somebody makes a purchase in the Biafran shop?
yes, it's simple. Product. There are several products on the websites. You can buy shoes. You can buy clothes. You can buy a traveling bag. You can buy card. You can buy a clipper, jersey. Like this shirt I'm wearing right now is a product from the Biafra shop.
Wow.
Yes, it's a product from Biafra shop. Very very cost effective. So the revenue generated, the profits goes directly to the accounts. 100% of the revenue generated goes directly to the accounts of our governments, managed by the Biafra Republic government in exile. So that's, like I said, is just another avenue to raise money for the government, and also to make it more convenient for our people to participate in the blessing that comes with funding our liberation.
Yes, one important thing you said, oh my goodness me, this is very, very interesting. Biafrans who are listening all over the world. Our minister said that whatever item you purchase in Biafran shop, the profit that comes from that item goes directly to our liberation goes directly to our funding of Biafran recognition. Very, very important. In other words, if somebody buys goods, if anywhere that you are all around, is okay. Let me, before I go to that question, is Biafran shop, can it attend to any customer all over the world, anywhere you are in the world?
Most of the nations, yes. I think there are a few nations that cannot be delivered to. But yes, and goods can be sent or items can be sent to designated addresses. You just have to pay an extra cost for the shipping fee. That's all.
Okay, thank you so
yes,
much.
the companies are situated here in America. So if you're in US, it will be more cost effective. It will be cheaper. Some are in Europe. If you buy the products and the company resides in Europe, it will be more cost effective. If you're in China and you buy a product that is made by a Chinese company, the shipping cost will be less effective. So, but in Africa, you have to pay more, more money for shipping fee. So that's why you're asking. So yes, we can send to
Okay.
many nations in the world, most nations in the world. Yes.
And it's also an avenue to create awareness for Biafra, right?
Correct.
Because it's all those things are customized. They are, how do you customize it? Biafrans will like to, because I will be able to display some product here. Yesterday, most our listeners, if you go to my page or on our YouTube, you can see where most of the items are displayed online. Very, very beautiful, wonderful, authentic materials that you can order for your children, for your wife, for any weather at all, and they are very, very beautiful. Maz, how do you customize all this? They look very amazing. Are you a customs officer? Are you a customization officer?
Thank you very much. Well, we have we have our team that helps work on designing the products. So we just come up with ideas and updates whatever item we have in mind or may come across and say, oh, this may be good to put it out there. These t-shirts, this design on a t-shirt, which is freedom is a right. Sorry, freedom is favor. Freedom is a right, not
Yeah,
yes.
freedom is favor.
Freedom is a right, not a favor. Something like that. That's what the shirt is about. So it was created before the protest that was supposed to be held in Houston. Yes. So sometimes we just come up with different ideas. The graphics team works on the designs, and we put it out there. Now, but for the futuristic goal, let me skip. I don't know whether you asked that question. I don't remember it. But the main thing Biafra Shop was supposed to do is to have our people or whoever register with the program. If you're a manufacturer, you register, you showcase your items. Then if you're a consumer, you buy whatever item that you see it's very good for your need. Then the fees generated, of course, the manufacturer gets his own fees, but the fees generated 100% will go to the government. That's the original goal. But for now, the Biafra shop is not
Okay.
the Biafra shop is not open to independent manufacturers to come in
Okay.
and sell their wares online. Yes, it's not open yet. We're working on that.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I will use this opportunity. Let me see if I can display some items here for our viewers to see, because it's very, very important that we know what we are talking about. Yeah, this is Biafran shop, and a lot of items that Biafrans may yeah, these are the items. Mas, I hope you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah. So Biafrans, This is the Biafran shop. This is the ants. Mazi, can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So Biafrans, our listeners, our viewers, this is amazing product that you can get from Biafran shop at a very low and affordable prices. So whatever you buy from shop, the proceeds, the gain or the profit goes into the Biafran restoration project. That goes into the restoration project. Mazi, most of these products, are they made on demand or are they available at any given time?
Yes, just place your order, pay for the shipping, and you're good. It's online.
Okay,
It's
Biafrans,
24
you can
hours.
see it's 24 hours. So you can see even your customized laptops, any product that you want, you see the product t-shirts, you see your
And
phone
that's a phone case.
cases.
Yes, I have one here. If you can see it on the screen, can you see it?
Yeah.
See my customized phone case. I got it from the Biafra shop.
Yes.
You know,
Wow.
even
That's
my
very,
mouse
very
pad.
interesting.
My mouse pad is you know,
Uh,
is, I don't know if you can see. You can see our PM Samanepa. You can see Eternal Leader Ojukwu. You can see Mazinam Kanu, and you can
yes.
see Philip Effiong. You know, so we got some, you know, cool, very high quality stuff from the website. These
I
companies
can
are
see
very
that.
good. Yes, they are good at what they do. That's the clock right there. Anything you purchase is guaranteed high quality.
Yes, let me go to the limited edition. These are very, very in free. This is the shirt that you are wearing, right?
Yes,
The freedom,
and they come in
freedom
different
is
colors
not
too.
a favor, it's a right.
It is a right. Mhm.
Yes, freedom is not a favor, but it's a right. This is the one that you are wearing, Maz. Thank you so much. This is the spiral notebooks. This is our leader, Mazin Nandekano iPhone
That's a
case.
phone case. Mhm.
Wow, this is very, 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 very good. They are very beautiful. This woman's sneakers is good. Wow. So Biafrans, place your order now, whatever you buy, and they are very much at affordable prices, Mazi. They are very prices. The prices that I see here are very much affordable. Wow. So Biafrans, I'm just trying to show you.
You
Yes,
even have the
I
Biafran flag.
love
You
it.
can get
What
the
can you
Biafran
say?
flag too. Mhm.
Wow. These are very, very, they are very, very good. Biafrans, you can see the products. They are very much available in Biafran shop. This is a way to patronize the Biafran shop. And as well, you are supporting our liberation, even the football jerseys.
Yes, for the football jerseys,
For those who
let me
have,
get into that. The football jerseys is customizable. If you want to put your name, your number, you can just write it in the space provided. What the name you want to put, the number you want to put, then, or you can leave it blank. Anyway, you can even, if you want, if you like, you want to remove the logo, fine, no problem. As long as they pay money, the money goes to our government. We are okay with that. Okay. We've had a few, couple of people that they don't want the logo. They don't want, they are still hiding, but they are willing to contribute nonetheless. So we'll say no problem. Bring your money. We'll customize it for you.
Wow. These are very, very interesting, including for women as well. We have shirts and dresses for women. So, for your wives, our wives, you can them. Their prices are affordable, and it will get to your domot. It will get to you at any time. Even for, let me see, for kids, for children, for baby clothing, and see it. So anything that you need in Biafran shop, you are going to get it, my wonderful people. Very, very interesting. Singlets. If you need singlets for our men, these are interior wears. They are also very cheap and affordable and available. So this is a way of supporting the Biafran cause. Like our minister said, that anything that you order here, the profit goes into the liberation. Even boots. See wonderful boots. For men, you also see footwears for women. At very, very affordable prices. Biafrans, place your demand now, and it will get to your domot. Say we are entering the festive period, especially most of you in diaspora. Don't go to the Walmart and spend large sums of money in buying footwears. Go to Biafran shop today and make your purchases. You have t-shirts, you have v-necks, you have hoodies, we have singlets, we have shirts and dresses, we have sweatshirts, we have long sleeve, we have footwears at a very cheap and affordable prices for men and women as well. We have jerseys, we have football and basketball jerseys. Okay, so we also have accessories. Let me see, caps and hats. Mazi, for most of us, who have big head, do we have also
It's adjustable.
items that can enter our
They're all
head?
adjustable at the back. You can adjust it.
Wow. Biafran, even if your head big, well, our minister said you can adjust the setting to fit to your big head. I love all these customized hats. They are very, very beautiful. Wow. You have that one of the Biafran Republic government in exile, the media, the BDF, the resistance fighters, everyone. You have the caps. You see the caps. Wow. I really love this. We have car mats as well. If you want to decorate your cars, there are mats that you can use and are very, very affordable. So bikonu, we have car seat covers. Order your car seat covers. They are very much available and they are very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Especially those of you in diaspora, because those in the zoo may be afraid, although a time is coming when you are not going to be afraid for that. You have sunshade as well. You see the sunshades. You see the sunshade customized. Wow, they look very, very beautiful and amazing. Let me see home and living. You have also sunshade as well. So anything that you can think of. You have your traveling passport covers. You see, for those of you, these are passport covers. Are they not amazing? Are they not beautiful, customized? BRGI media, BDF, BR resistant fighters. These are covers for your passport. And they are very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. Biafrans. So these are the things that you can buy from the Biafran shop. Our
You can
minister
also check the flag.
is telling you.
You can check the flag. You can see
Okay.
it under campaign.
And the Biafran flag. Okay, you see, these are the flags. Biafran flag is there, Amazonia, Israel, USA, and Israel. Finland is here as well. Oh. Yes, say Finland. Israel, US, Biafran flag. So please, Biafrans, make order now. Very, very, very important. Even license plate frames, wireless chargers, things that you can afford, things that are, look at it. These are wireless, very, very cheap, very,
Yes,
very
I remember this
beautiful.
this is just customized, products. The products are obviously limited, but like I said, the end goal is to get our people connected. Those that they produce from our people or wherever in the world to actually sell their own stuff via Biafra shop, and the proceeds goes to governments.
Okay. So Biafrans, the reason why we're casing all this is for you to know that every product that you need customized in Biafran shop is very much available and at a very cheaper prices. Very, very important. Mazi, there is something that is very, very important I want us to talk about. Biafran shop. You said about us. This statement here is up my broadcast.
Sorry, you broke out for a few seconds. I did not hear you.
Okay, yes. This is about the Biafran shop. And I want you to explain this statement that is made here so that a layman may understand it very clearly. He said, at Biafran shop, we are driven by a profound belief in the power of freedom and the pursuit of justice. Our mission is to provide high-quality products that not only enhance your life, but also contribute to meaningful causes. When you shop with us, you are not just purchasing a product, you are supporting a movement dedicated to promoting freedom, equity, and positive change in the world. Biafrans, join us on this journey to make a difference. Time. Mas, this is a wonderful
Yes.
statement. Can you please, speak to Biafrans about this statement? Very, very.
Yeah. So freedom is not cheap. Freedom is not free. Money is needed. Ejima is needed. Dollars is needed. Currency is needed. Something has to be put on ground before things will work. So we're just, like I said, we're making different avenues to have our people participate as a community, to get our freedom, to finance our freedom. That is it. We are not terrorizing anyone. It's obvious, even in historical context. There is nowhere in history that Biafran stepped out of their borders, to harass people or to kill people, except of course, except there's a threat. We don't just wake up one morning and start looking for people to kill. So whatever the money is being raised via Biafra shop in this context is to defend ourselves, is to provide freedom for ourselves. Nigeria has been destroying our people, not just our people, indigenous people, but we are the only people within the Nigerian so-called territory defending ourselves against the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, the Islamic terrorists in our land. It is not the same in the Yoruba land. It's not the same in the north. We are the people creating different avenues for our people to contribute, to partake financially, to defend our land. That is it. There's nothing. It's not rocket science. We are doing this because we want to want to be free forever from Nigeria, from any shackles. And it depends on what we do. We can't just let ourselves, continue to be affected. Yes, we know others have been affected. The evidences are there. But for the fact that it's happening to others, mustn't happen to us. And we have some people still, of course, they are, I believe they are not even our people. That spread a lot of lies that our governments are killing our people. If you ask them to bring evidence, no evidence. But there's ample evidences of the Nigerian army killing our people. There's ample. MNA, Obi-Igbo in Port Harcourt. They call it South, but it's Biafra land. With people with Biafra names. But they are being killed for their resource. People that are busy minding their own business. So Mazinam Wazirike came, Mazinam Ojuku came, Wazirike came, Mazinam Kanu came, our PM came, Simon Ekpa, our APM is here also, he came. All what we are doing is to galvanize ourselves, come together, forget all the differences, all the quarrels, all the talks. The results are there. The Biafra Republic government in exile is doing great and has been doing great. With all the naysayings, with all the disbelief, with all the doubting Thomases, we are still making avenue. The government is still making avenue, not just to protect our people, but to create an opportunity for our people to participate in getting our freedom. And to me, that's the most important thing. So it's an honor for you as a Biafran, or even if you're not a Biafran, you see what we are doing, you like what we're doing, we're fighting we're protecting our people. Join us and be part of this and make history. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Yes, viewers, if there is any question you would like to ask, please this is the time for you to call the number on the screen and you ask questions. Like I said before, questions about defense, question about religion, question about holding the indisable accountable, about the litigation will not be accepted here. Very, very important. But while I wait for any person to ask question, Mazi, I want to ask you, you were in Washington, D.C. on the 18th of September last month, and we saw you. You are a towering giant, Mazi. Mazi, when you and why did you Washington DC? What motivated you to go to Washington DC? And what was the feeling? Just tell us your experience you had in Washington DC.
Yes, I mean, I missed the convention first of all. Outside United States. So I thought I saw this as an avenue, just to network with our people, those behind the Biafra freedom, our liberation, and it was overwhelming. Being able to make that historical event, and of course, as usual, so our people are still as they are, doubting Thomas's, but we didn't care. We just went there and represented, and thankfully, a lot has happened. A lot has happened since the event went live. Our people saw it. People saw the guests that came. Dr. What's in his name? The historian and the political activist. He came. He spoke for us. He said a lot of things. In fact, there is a man, Ruben. Yes, Dr. Ruben. Thank you very much.
Dr.
He spoke a lot of things, and
yeah,
for me, I actually spoke with one of my lecturers here, United States, and he said he's a Biafran from Isan states, of course, but he's still a one Nigerianist. He doesn't know what's going on. Only scientist that don't know much about history. So anyway, he watched the program live. He watched it live, and he went on, because we know our people. We sabi do research. If we are interested in something, especially for a good cause, we'll go for it. This man said he did research after he saw the program. He saw Dr. Ruben speak. He saw APM Oge Chukwunkere. He saw what happened. He did his research, and there was a comment he made that made me sort of smile. He said when he went online to research about our PM Simon Ekpa, he now saw a caption, one of these Zoo media, they said allegedly, and he's an alleged, self-acclaimed prime minister, and he said that thing got
acclaimed.
Yes, they said that caption got him upset. This song, for the first time, he decided to watch what about Biafra. His mind is Nigeria, Nigeria. But when he found, he came across the program, it changed his life. Let me put it that way. So this is what our government is doing. This is what Master Nnamdi has been doing for a while, to conscientize our people, to know who you are, your identity, right? To know and to know the step forward. Do you want to remain a Nigerian? Excuse me. What benefits Nigeria to you or your family, or even as a nation, as a Nigerian nation? What's the benefit to you? Your passport is disrespected everywhere you go. It's a known fact. Nigerians are treated like trash. Then when it's time to, because I'm into sports, right? I was a sports journalist. By the time it comes for international tournaments, 90% of the players are from diaspora. They don't even believe in their own local players, local athletes. Any local athletes that come in there, very few, maybe one or two. The remaining diaspora. If you manage to jump from the zoo, escape from the zoo, and go to diaspora and train and become an elite athlete, that's when they'll start calling you to come and play for the zoo. And by the way, United States is hosting World Cup next year. I was in our work 2 days ago. when some of our people that are still one Nigerianists, they are hoping that Nigeria will qualify for World Cup. And I was thinking, I was like, no, Nigeria won't qualify. I said Nigeria won't qualify, but I thought about it. Who knows if it might be another avenue. If Nigeria qualifies, it might be another avenue to promote Biafra. But that's just their own business. I'm just thinking several ways just to promote Biafra. Anyway, which way, anything. How do we use it to promote the cause? How do we use it to get our freedom? That is it. So it changed his life. And I was happy about it for the doctor. He asked me a couple of more questions. I answered him the best of my ability. And I told him, if you have more questions, please don't fail to contact me. And that's it. Because he's someone that we need. If this man join, hey, this man join, many things go change.
Thank God.
This will change.
You so much.
So we're always
so
trying
in other
to
words, yes, in other words, what you are saying is that the conventional Biafra conventional briefing that was held in Washington DC have started changing a lot of things, especially the mindset of a lot of Biafra.
That is the goal. For those that don't really know what's going on, they now see the
okay now. Okay, now what you see, people, before when they see our APM going to Washington DC, say that he's just going there to take pictures, he's just taking pictures, and even they are saying that it is even Photoshop. And you are part and parcel of those who went to that conventional briefing on Biafra. That briefing, that place, you put the picture there. Does that place look like a restaurant? Does it look like any side where you can just enter and take? And we saw how that place was decorated, how it looked. What was the air in there when you entered into one of the, the halls that the senators? How were Biafran's reaction, especially you yourself, because that place that you people went for was the American seat of power, the Congress building itself. So just tell us the feeling that you had going under the Biafran Republic government in exile for that conventional briefing. No other body that you went there for but BRGIE, and speak to Biafrans about BRGIE as well.
It's like I said, it's a honor to be part of this, to serve our people, to get our freedom. When I got into that building personally, it's like a breath of fresh air. Let me put it that way. When you have a goal, when you have a cause in mind to carry out, and it's with all the stumbling blocks and everything, it's still going well. We overcome and it's still going, and we were able to express ourselves in whatever way, texting, going live, calling up friends, sharing the link amongst family, friends, our family members. Is part of the whole game, like division of labor. I got to meet people. Even we had like a couple of people that were not part of the government, because we actually tried to invite people to come. I had a friend from Haiti. I tried to invite the person to come. She could not make it. I invited, of course, family members too. They could not make it. And for a side note, she actually told me, the one from Haiti actually told me of a museum that is not far from this the congressional building, and I got there on the third third floor. They have like 3 floors down. You enter the elevator, go down 3 doors down. There is even a historical. It's a museum. There's a historical evidence of Biafra.
Okay.
It's the information minister shared it on there. I took pictures, shared it to our platform in our media team. Our information.
I think I have it here as well.
If you have it, please share. Now the same Washington DC. They have our history.
Okay.
Washington DC has our history.
Okay.
Yes, people came in there and they saw what's going on. The other histories, black slavery, everything that went likely wrong in the past. Biafra history is also there. A brief summary. They call it a bite of Biafra. It wasn't expected, but this is how God works. You things that you didn't expect. God will send person to direct you on where to go and who to meet them. Because it's been ordained by God for this to come to pass. So we're not just acting on our own just because we want to, for fame or anything. We are doing this because we know to benefit our people.
You see, we are.
So this is the US Capitol. Let me see if I can get that image. Let me send it to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mazi. It is very, very interesting that you are part of those who went for that congressional briefing, and you are here live speaking to Biafrans your experience about what happened in Washington, D.C., for them to know, especially those who never believed on BRGIE, to understand that when they see our APM going to Washington, D.C., he is actually going for the freedom of the Biafran people. Now, as a minister in the government, please, what do you have to say about our APM, our attorney, and our lobbyists, their same continued work from Washington, D.C., in creating this awareness for the Biafran restoration project, sir?
Yes, man, they are doing wonderful, wonderful job for our people. Wonderful, wonderful job. Our APM, acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, his leadership has really taken us to heights. He's a businessman, doing well for himself, but he made out time to use his resource. Just like Ojukwu, some of you don't understand. We are not going to make the mistake to let one man or use his money, exhaust his whole entire wealth to free our people. This is why we need our people to come together, rally around, and get our freedom. Ogechukwu Ikere has sacrificed a lot. Our Prime Minister too has sacrificed a lot. These are people that are doing well financially in their own respective places. Yes, so Ogechukwu Ikere used his experience, his money, his time, and he was in the background though. He was in the background doing his thing, focused on his business while supporting Biafra from the back as the acting Prime Minister. Nobody knew much about him, but he's here now. He was duly elected by the Biafra people, the cabinet members. Some of them which they thought because he was quiet, Dondi, as they vote and put him for that position, they tried to usurp him, and it backfired. So he has been doing a great job till now. The wisdom, I've spoken with him a couple of times. The wisdom in him, say this one is not ordinary. Saying that God send and join. Elias too, he was sent obviously by God. I always give glory to God because this is who I am, based on my life experience and everything. Whatever I achieve in life, I always give glory to God. So you're not gonna be saying that because of my ability is good. You walk, but sometimes you walk and it doesn't work out. So the one that you manage, that you succeed, you still, take it and give glory to God. The one that you fail is an experience. You still give glory to God for that experience. Joseph in the Bible. Sorry, I might just pick small, throw away some things. Joseph in the Bible. Yes, Joseph in the Bible. He was sent on exile as a slave, by his siblings. He talked about, he still said in the Bible, there's a part he said that he came here. Even when he saw his brothers, he told them, don't worry, that it's because of what you did that God saved us from the famine to come. Everything he attributed it to God. Even when Potiphar's wife grabbed Joseph on her hand to sleep with her, he said, why should I do this? What make God vex for me? Everything for me, I attribute it to God. The successes, the failures, everything in life. At the end of the day, we know it's more success anyway. So this is for our people in diaspora. Joseph was a prime minister in diaspora in Egypt. And he was used to free his people from famine. So in this context, in my opinion, right, especially this is a message to those of us in diaspora, you have to be part of this. You need to be part of this. God send you come diaspora to free our people back home. It is not enough to send money to your family members for food or for children's school fees. It is not enough. We need our own. You need to send money, allocate. You need to allocate some of your funding. Donate to the cause. Freedom is not free unless you are against our freedom. Because I know some people like the whole, Odogu. They want to be called names by people back home. If you're like that, maybe this is not for you. But for those that are well-meaning, you see what's going on in Nigeria. Nigeria kills its own citizens. We do not want that. No sane human being wants that. No. So we've gotten our freedom. We're getting it, and want to fully establish our nation in homeland. So our people in diaspora, this is for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You talked about our history in Washington DC. I think this is one of the videos that came out during that time of that
Children found themselves
briefing.
in the hulls of ships. All right? I'm going to ask that you
Yeah,
move yourself
I need to
all
enlarge
the
the
way
screen
right
because
because
my
we
hand.
obviously have a tour here. And Denise, wait, I need to.
I also sent you the picture on X in case you need an image.
Ah, okay.
That's the bite of Biafra.
Yes, that's the bite of Biafra.
Very brief.
Our listeners, you can see all these things came from Washington DC.
Washington DC.
When yes,
Those beautiful mothers, brothers, sisters, children, uncles found themselves in the hulls of ships. All right? I'm going to ask that you move yourself all the way right because we obviously have a tour here. And Denise, wait, I need to clear.
So honorable question.
they came
from
Washington.
If you can show the
Yes.
image I sent to you on X.
Okay. Let me check
so we can read the
it.
text for people to see.
Can you see it now?
Yes. Could you enlarge it?
Wow. I hope it's visible very clear now.
Yes.
The bite of Biafra. From the bite of Biafra represented nearly 1/4 of all the enslaved forcibly taken by North America. Among them were the Igbo captured from the hinterland. Fiercely democratic, Igbo culture was marked by independence, decentralized government, and strong traditions in ironwork and agriculture. During the transatlantic slave trade and its aftermath, the Igbos gained a reputation for preferring death to enslavement. They flew home by committing suicide to join their ancestors in the land of their birth. Wow. Maz, this is very, very interesting. So America has this history with them.
But they don't teach us history in the zoo.
They don't teach us history. Wow,
They
this is
banned,
very
they banned
interesting.
history for like almost a decade in Nigeria now. History was banned. So sometimes when I see people arguing just to prove a point, I just shake my head because they don't know or they refuse to know. It sounds as if when you talk of Biafra, it sounds as if you're speaking a forbidden word or a term or some kind of, and they will attach it to some kind of negativity, you know. But this is our original identity, and it's documented. This has been documented way before our grandfathers or or even great grandfathers were born, and they still have these documents with them, and they preserve it. Our own history, they preserve it even more than us in diaspora.
Wow.
See.
So Mazi, before you went to America, did you have any premonition that you are going to see something like that in Washington, D.C.?
No. I
You
just
see?
got the information,
So,
like
yes.
like a day or two before traveling, and the person just suggested I should go to visit the museum, and I went there, and so it's.
So, Biafrans, you can see that our history is with American people, American government, so they know about what is happening to us. And that is why this time around, I believe they have decided to listen to the cries of the Biafran nation. And it is now our responsibility to push more so that information will continue to reverberate around the key players in international politics so that we will have our freedom. Very, very important. Mazi, this picture, where was this picture taken? These are one of the pictures that came out from Washington, D.C. during those 18th of...
Yes, this is the Cannon Building in Washington D.C. It's a Congress building.
Wow.
Yes, Congress building.
So, Biafrans, you can see this is not any other place than Washington, D.C. These pictures we are taking from Washington, D.C. Okay? So that is a proof of what we have been saying. Amazi was among those who went to Washington, D.C. for this very, very wonderful and important program. Mazi, is very, very important and good to have you on our today. And I want you to, what can you say about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpan Joko, in relation to the state that we are now in this freedom of Biafra?
Yes, our leaders really have represented our people. Strong tenacity, wisdom, shown a lot of love. Because when I mean love, I mean even before now, people that have been sabotaging our freedom were not really dealt with. Let me put it that way. Well, so that love was taken for granted, in my opinion. And now things have changed, and I'm glad that actions have been taken because we don't want anything that will hinder us anymore. What we want is freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, have done a whole lot for our people. They sacrificed a whole lot for our people. They are worthy to be appreciated. If you do not appreciate them, then I don't know what you are doing. I really don't know. You have to respect these men from now till eternity. Their names will live on for a very long time, and that's why, if not for anything, you have to try to maintain a good name. By maintaining a good name, obviously, you have to be right with yourself and with your people around you. Always speak the truth. Always defend the weak, or speak up for the weak, defend the weak. Always do the right thing. So even if nobody they don't like your attitude, because I've heard some talks that remember when Nnamdi Kanu was here with us, All what naysayers were saying is that he's insulting people, he's shouting, he's this, he's that, neglecting the message that he's giving. PM, the same thing. They said, oh, he's bringing unrest. He's a terrorist. He's a this. He's a that. Terrorist to who? The Nigerian army and Nigerian police and Nigerian navy in our land, they are in foreign land. As far as Biafra is concerned, they are not supposed to be there. They've been there killing our
Of
people.
course, yes, they are.
They've been there killing our people in cold blood. People, if you go out in Enugu to walk out, to jog, police will shoot you on sight. People were being killed just for moving, just for being alive. I mean, I don't know. People were being killed for no reason. And then Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, a soldier, a politician, a lawyer, used his resources, his time, his energy, his expertise to free our people, to defend our people. Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing. All these men, both of these men, did things that, because of what they know, because it's knowledge. You start with knowledge first, then you now take action. That's why I tell people, if you have questions, ask, so that you be sure of what you are saying. Because we still have people out there, they don't know what's going on. All they hear from the Zoom media is Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Nnamdi Kanu killed his people. Simon Ekpa killed his people. They don't research. They don't provide evidence. It's just text. But if you tell an average Biafran that knows what's going on, if you ask the average Biafran, can you show evidence that Nigerian army is killing civilians? On the Google self will even help you out. You will see video evidence. You will see people that even testify of their experience with Nigerian army. Those that were women that were arrested by Nigerian police and were raped in cells. There are many of them. So this witch hunting of innocent men has to stop. If you're a Biafran, I believe you have the ability to reason. If you have not applied your brain, I think now is a good time to do so. If somebody is giving you negative report about another man or another woman without any ample evidence, don't join them. I've heard a lot of people, some people that will say all sorts of negative lies, but at the end of the day, they fail to provide information or to back it up. So what are we talking about? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkeri, all rest of us, the media team, Sonia Parawa, our men on ground, not forget them. So many people contributing, even just speaking, just discussing with people that about Biafra, about our freedom, what we went through, the solution, the benefits of having our nation established, the benefits for our nation to other nations, the benefits of our nation to America. Because we won't be complaining about the evils going on. It's no longer as before. We profile the solution that Biafra will bring to other nations. Will bring peace, will bring stability, will fight, defend against Islamic terrorists. For those of you that have not woken up, the Islamic religion is evil. But Biafra is there to solve that. In Nigeria, a lot is happening. Even here in America, they started praying on the streets like they do in Ikeja. They will block the whole road and start praying on the streets. We stopped all this. Yes, even you see, our people are very good. Even as underdeveloped as Biafra is now, the Muslims they don't have the guts to come and pray on the streets in Biafra land.
It's not possible.
They cannot do that. We don't go about looking for trouble. We all know this. They've tried to say, oh boy, people, the world is somehow. You know, someone will look at you and say, ah, Igbos, we heard you guys are cannibals, you guys are this, you guys are that. You say, ah, where? Where's the, you know, they see all sorts of negative things. But when foreigners see us, they interact with us, we interact with them, they see how productive we are in every forms of life. Is it sports? Is it in normal work, in business, functions? They say these people are good, these people are normal, these people are great people. But you have a section of folks that just say negative stuff. But we bring the lights and nobody can stop it. So
because of hatred.
yeah, but you know, the hatred, you know, it doesn't get to us. Let me put it that way. It doesn't get to us. What we want is just what we want. What we Mazid Nandi Kanu said. What Samuel Ekpa said. What Samuel Parawa said. What our people. Let us come together and get our freedom. That's all we need. Nothing else. Leave all this side talk. You know, we have issues.
Exactly.
Yeah, issues are allowed. You know, quarrel here and there is allowed, but the issues should be geared towards gaining our freedom, freeing our people from oppression. Like Dr. Ben Ruben said, I don't know if the audio messed up in the live program. He said the new colonizers now are the Nigerian government.
Exactly.
He said it there. I don't know whether the audio broke. Well, a lot of people missed that part. They are forcing people, good people, to be slaves. They are forcing good people to be evil. They go about saying a lot of negative stuff. But we don't even have time for them anymore like before. What we're looking for is freedom. And if you come in our way, Nigeria is the new colonizer now. And if you come in our way, we push you out. That is it. We don't have time for anybody, anything, any terrorists. You know? So once again, our people need to come together. Differences should be put aside.
Thank you.
Lives are lost. At least, thank God, the U.S. government are speaking towards against the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. And who are the Christian population? Most of the Christian population in Nigeria, it is Biafrans, it is the Igbos.
It's Biafran. Yes.
That are mainly Christians in the so-called contraction called Nigeria. And guess what? Because some people do not realize this, so we need to put this straight. We need to put this record straight. American media moved towards speaking for Christians being oppressed in Nigeria because of this congressional hearing. Some people think it's just out of the blues. Check the dates. September 18th, our government went to the congressional hearing, laid our issues, laid the solution that Biafra will bring to the world, to bring to other nations, and less than like two weeks.
2 weeks. It's like not up to 2 weeks. Everything starts happening.
Everybody's now wondering, is it now that America knows that Christians are persecuted? No.
You're waking up.
Even if it's now that they know, the major thing is that it is still part of the solution to get our freedom.
Exactly.
And like I said, as the mindset that we have, our government have, the mindset that that God has blessed us with, even if, God forbid, our people or most our people do not want, or is in diaspora, I'm talking of those in diaspora, not those in homeland, those in diaspora, even if you refuse to donate or act as a community service to free our people, there are other ways to fund our freedom.
Exactly. Mazi, thank you so much. And having said that, we are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister. And I want you to just, make your comment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In 2021, he was kidnapped. Up to this moment, he is still in detention. On 18th of November 2024, our Prime Minister was called for questioning, and he is still under detention in Finland. These our gallant men who were speaking for us are still much in detention. And 21 Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. We put sit at home for his release, and up to today he has not been released. And the reason why they kidnapped man and they had a 2023 election. That election, what did they profit the Biafran people? Absolutely nothing. Today, some misguided, unscrupulous individuals, more importantly, the politicians, are gearing up again, trying to deceive the people about election. Mazi, what do you have to tell to Biafrans who have redeclared their nation, who declared their nation by over 50 million Biafrans voting for the self-referendum for Biafra to come in place? And now that Biafra is now in place, the politicians are trying to deceive Biafrans into appending another signature in the slavery of Nigeria in Biafra land. What do you have to tell those who are talking about election in Biafran territory?
Yes, thank you very much. I mean, it's over a decade. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu educated our people, or tried to educate our people in the need to get an independent nation, and our PM continued in that aspect. Our APM continued. Our information minister Mazi Soni Akparawa continued. I believe there's enough knowledge to go around and to get our people to make the right decision.
Okay.
Nigeria is a failed state.
Exactly.
Anybody talking about election in Biafra land is just a waste of time. They've been promising heaven and earth, and they did not fulfill that promise. Whether a Nigerian politician or whether it's NDIGBOO, any political office, they've never fulfilled what they need to. Even the guy from the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, he created SARS. People forget this. Peter Obi created SARS, killed our people with SARS, and then dumped their bodies in Izu River. Now
yes.
he's here campaigning for Nigerian presidency. Come on. The history is there. Just like I said, history was banned. We are not allowed, it's not really discussed. And the media house is being controlled by the oppressors. Don't discuss it. And of course, the diaspora media, American media noticed this. I've seen a couple of videos where even a foreign journalist came and just made mention of it, that the local media of Nigeria refused to talk about the persecution, the oppression going on in the country. That they get all their information from the oppressive government. No information from civilians that have been the victims that have been affected. None. But what the oppressor says is what they push out. So election is a waste of time in Nigeria. It's a total waste of time. In fact, you just reminded me, I met a man here too. His dad was a politician in Imo State, a prominent one at that time. And he could speak 8 languages at that time. 8. Very intelligent man.
Wow.
Yes. This man I'm talking about, the man I spoke with, he's about probably 50, 60 years old right now. But his dad was a politician in the zoo. Before his father died, his father told him, do not go into Nigerian politics.
Okay.
And I told the man immediately, I said, may so rest in peace, so your father is right. Okay, so why don't you support Biafra? Nah, Emeka, you've come again. I'll think about it. I said, okay, no problem. It's a word. I told him, your dad is right. This was many years ago when his father passed on. After the whole experience as a Nigerian politician in Imo State, he still told him, the father advised his son not to join politics. You know that the man was a well-meaning Nigerian, but it did not work because Nigeria is designed to oppress his people, to kill his people. You cannot be a good politician in Nigeria. Never. The system will never allow you.
Exactly.
No matter ideas, even I see people crossing OT from Abia State. I don't know. You cannot, hey, Nigeria, you cannot do well as long as you're in that country. So why don't you join the Biafran government or support financially if you can? Support. That's what the government, that's what our people need. So we learned a lot from our
Exactly.
leaders. We learned a lot from our leaders, and the word is spreading. Thank God. And people are becoming wiser now. Election in Nigeria once again, or election in Biafra land. Sorry, election in Biafra land is a waste of time. It's left for those in other parts of the zoo to decide for themselves if they want to continue in that unholy union. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mazi. We have just 2 questions before we can round up. And before the next question, I want to just play this clip before the next question because it's going to buttress a lot of points. The reason why the next question is very, very important. And just like you said, our people should understand that election in Nigeria, in Biafran territory, is not acceptable. We are no longer Nigerians. We are Biafrans. So anything of Nigeria election in Biafra land is not acceptable. Never is not going to be acceptable by us. The Nigerian government elections have not benefited the Biafran people. It's never benefited us since time immemorial. It is not going to benefit us now. So why do you want to kill yourself with Nigerian
Good
elections?
afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him, and I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist police, and every arm carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people. Firstly, they attack against indigenous people and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations.
Now, Mazi, the reason why I this clip from our Prime Minister is because in Biafra land today, Biafra land is not like Benue. It is not like Southern Kaduna. It is not like Katsina or Borno. And the reason why it is not like that is because of the presence of the Biafran Defense Forces who are protecting our land. But these Biafran Defense Forces are not protecting it with machetes. They are not protecting it with walking stick. They are not protecting it with survival whistle. They are not protecting it with Ebono. They are protecting Biafra land with the same equal machineries that the terrorist Nigerian government have come to kill us with. And a lot of people are enjoying the peace in Biafra land because the only insecurity that we are witnessing, according to the Prime Minister in this statement, is the Nigerian terrorist army and police. Now, Maz, what do you have to advice to those who refuse to equip the Biafran Defense Forces with the necessary instruments, machineries, arms and ammunition that they need to protect Biafra land? What do you have to say to Biafrans who are well-to-do, who are living in America, who are living in UK, even in the homeland? They call themselves billionaires and millionaires. They throw money here and there. They live in Lagos, they live in Abuja, they live in Kaduna, they live in Nigeria, but their land is protected by the Biafran Defense Forces. But the reason why Nigeria is still occupying some areas in Biafra land is because we don't have all the necessary tools to drive them away from our land. Whereas we have men who can come out and say, do you know who I am? I can buy your community. I can buy this, I can buy that. Maz, what do you have to tell to these people?
You know, like I always say, a division of labor. And our people, or even Nigeria as a whole, were indoctrinated through the school system, through the media, you know, through the government, not to care about freedom, not to care, and they focus on lies and propagandas against especially Igbo people, the most productive, you know. It's unfortunate, but for me, in my perspective, as an adult, you have the responsibility to figure out things yourself. You have the responsibility to know the truth. So you can't keep on acting ignorant of what's happening, especially as a Biafran, you know, by blood. It's your responsibility, our responsibility to fund our freedom. You know, our people are very, what I call it, stubborn or strong-willed. Our people know the hear word. You know, it's understandable, but still, that will that you have, that strong will that you have, channel it to the right place. Use it to fund our freedom. The results are there, right? The Nigerian army, they are crying. The only complaint that we hear from our people sometimes, you know, so-called complain, is sit at home. But nobody is dying, no. Sit at home, no, they kill anybody.
Exactly.
Hey.
At all. Hunger no they kill anybody.
in exactly 8 days from now, we'll make it 5 years that Nigerian army killed people in Lagos that protested for bad governance. Or they protested against bad governance. They were killed by the Nigerian army. Again, they experienced the same thing our people were experiencing in Biafra land.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, the information minister at that time still lied and said it was Photoshop. Sorry, I'm laughing. But people died. You know, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But lives were lost. That's how pathetic the Nigerian government is. They kill you and still lie for your grave.
Lie.
Our sister
that
died, the journalist that died, that was a beauty pageant lady. You know, she died. She was assassinated in her house. They still said it was armed robbery. Which armed robber will go to your house? Will not steal anything, but your life. Does that make sense?
I'm 14 in number. 14.
Imagine 14 for one woman.
For a lady.
One woman. One Igbo. This to show how powerful our people are. One woman. 14 people came for one woman. They killed her in Abuja, in foreign land. Nobody to protect her. So are you going to wait as a Biafran, as an Igbo person? Are you going to wait until they put knife for your throat before you know how serious this is? Or you reach your village? Because some people, they were like, oh, they'll be in beer parlor. Oh, forget these people, they are noise makers. What is it at home? Until Fulani came to your village. Anyagi, Mepego. You're like, hey, what are we going to do? They've killed my family member. They've killed my friends. They've killed my villagers. That's when it now dawned on you. So For those that probably it hasn't affected, thank God for you. It mustn't, the fire that is burning somewhere else mustn't touch you first before you know how serious it is. We need all of us. I've been saying it. We
Exactly.
need to gather around as a community and fund our freedom. The evidences are overwhelming. The Nigerian states, the Nigerian so-called security, I call them Nigerian insecurity agents. Official insecurity agents are the ones killing our people. They destroy houses at night when people are sleeping. They kill people in their sleep. Is that not an act of war? You go to your farm, you go to your market, your business, you go to school. Your kids go to school. They come back. They sleep, hoping to wake up the next day. Just to find fire engulf their building or being shot in their sleep. And you think that's normal. And you say you're a one Nigerianist. How does that sound? Because I have a couple of my people
Very
that
bad.
I speak with here, when I tell them, oh, this is what's going on in Nigeria, they'll say it's impossible. This was years back. Years back, they'll say, no, that doesn't sound right. Until I started presenting video evidence. There was a video, I think this happened in Enugu, where they were throwing women. They tied women, their hands behind their back, grabbed them, and were throwing them into trucks as if they were livestock. One of them, they grabbed the woman. One grabbed her head, the other one grabbed her legs and threw her. Her head hits the edge of the truck by Nigerian army. But that Nigerian identity has engulfed. I know it's difficult, right? But as an adult, as you're listening to me, an adult, probably like 16 years and above, maybe 20, even 20 years and above, you have the ability to see your options and make the right decision. You've seen the evidences, a whole lot of evidences of the killings meted against our people. Not just our people, but the indigenous people within Nigeria. By indigenous, I mean indigenous to the land. Nigeria is not a name. It's not a... What does Nigeria mean? Nigger area. That's what Nigeria means. Nigeria means nigger area. Doesn't have any good meaning. So they gather around, the Fulanis, they gather around, oppress people, divide people. Niger Delta was created in 1991, August 1991. Most of the people defending Niger Delta, claiming that they are not Biafrans, claiming that they are not Igbos, are even older than Niger Delta. Your name is Emeka, living in Niger Delta. And you say you're not Igbo. This is how the indoctrination has eaten deep into our people. But like I said, I always say,
deceitful. You are even deceiving yourself.
Like I always say, as an adult, you have the ability to weigh your options. You see the information given to you. You have the ability to reason. You have the ability to make the right decision. Even if you don't want to support what our government is doing, do not badmouth what the government is doing. That is it. Because that way you are productive, in my opinion. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you so much for being part of this. And since our viewers, they don't want to ask questions, they are just making comments, thanking you for your good work. As a matter of fact, our Mazi Oji said, Honorable Emeka, greetings and well done for your good work. May the Lord keep blessing you. So, Mazi, they have very wonderful greetings for you for being part of this program. Tegwo Lord Biafran say, greetings to our Honorable Emeka Oragwu, the minister in charge of the Biafran shop. And somebody was asking if we can go back to the Biafran shop because I don't know whether he wants to make purchases. And that is where I will ask my final question we are, and let me, before I ask that, let me go to Biafran shop. Let me go back there and ask this question so that Maz, you can respond to it, because we are on festive period at this time, and Biafrans are, most of them are make purchases. Most of them will like to buy products. The shop. Mazi, what is the me, Mazi?
I can hear you now. You were not on.
Okay. Yes. If somebody makes a purchase, what is the duration of time can the person be able to get his product if somebody makes a purchase from the Biafran shop?
Yeah, it depends. And the major factor is the distance from the supplier. Okay, if you are living across continents, it will take a longer time, probably less than 30 days. You know, and it will cost you more. So also consider the shipping cost. You know, if you have people in diaspora already, you can probably send it to them to send money to them, or send it to their address to make it more cost effective for you, so that they can send it to you, you know, maybe later on. Yes. So it varies based on distance.
Okay, Biafran. Okay, please, apart from the website, do they have any contact? I'm trying to see if there is a contact address.
Yeah,
How
you
do
can
they
email
make
us,
contact to you?
or you can simply click on the chat.
Okay.
There's a chat button on the bottom right of the page. That hand waving. Yeah, you can just send a chat. That's it, and you are good to go.
Okay, Biafrans, you are listening. Our minister, Emeka Oragwu, said if you want to get your product, you can email them or send them a message towards the chat, and they will respond to you in no distant time. Very, very important. And like he said before, it's a way of promoting Biafra and as well as supporting the Biafra liberation. He said every profit that is made in the Biafran shop goes directly to Biafra recognition and Biafra liberation. Very, very important. So, Mazi, I want to appreciate your time for being with us here on the studio.
Thank you.
And
I think Honorable Tuto sent a question.
is there anything you would like to share with Biafrans?
The questionnaire. Tuto's don't send question.
Yes. Oh my God, I don't know what is happening. My studio just hung.
Yeah, well, let's wait. Oh, you can hear me, correct?
You just hang. You say?
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you, but I just want to come back to the studio, but the mouse is not working. I don't know. Okay, thank you. I am back. So what did you say, Mazi? Our tutors, we have our tutors, the tutorial mistress of the space. She said, let me check if I can see whether it's a question.
I think it's from YouTube.
Oh, Honorable, he said, Emeka, how is the new convert doing? Has he started supporting financially?
I did not ask him, and at the same time, you know, now as the Igbo adage goes, I'll speak it in English, you know, because I'm an Igbo no strong like that. Yotago.
Okay.
So it says, now small they take leak hot soup. I don't know how they say it in Biafran language. Yeah. So my happiness is that he's gotten the knowledge, right? So I'll let it to marinate for a while. Then I'll just maybe next time I speak with him or I meet him, suggest that to him to contribute financially. So that's the answer to the question. I don't know.
Thank you so much.
If it's contributed yet. But we're still in
Okay,
touch.
it's understandable. Yes, just like the person who joined on the yesterday's fundraising, somebody joined from, oh, I've forgotten that country, and he donated 20 ejema,
Wow.
and they asked him he should donate more. It was Sister Betty and Minister Betty that was saying, "What is why you have been away? Why didn't you donate more?" And he's saying, "No, obere. He just joined, so let him come and watch what people are doing." And as time goes on, he will support with his own big donation.
$20.
So thank
You
you so much,
remember Mazin Nnamdi
Emeka.
Kanu advocated for $1 donation from our people, each of our people. $1 of Unkuru. Now, if we have over 5 million Biafrans or Igbos in America, for example, if everyone can donate, 1 million people can donate, working class people can donate $1 each. It goes a long way. So we appreciate everyone donating.
Okay, somebody was asking the email address of the Biafran shop.
Email address. Yeah, it's
okay. I think
there are different ways to contact.
Let me just go
the email address is info@biafrashop.org. That's the email. Other than that, you can actually send us a chat via the website or fill a form on the website also.
Okay, what about this W dot? Let me see if I can share it here. Can you see me? Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
this
the chat,
www.biafranshop.
The thing at the bottom of the screen is covering the chat button on the bottom right. The button, that black button does not move. So I guess you have to remove the comments.
Okay.
From the screen, from the thing on the screen. I mean, the comment is blocking the actual button. The comment by
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Let me see.
Remove the comment for now.
Okay. I now see what you are. Let me stop sharing first. Okay.
I don't know what term is called on your studio. Just the comment that is highlighted that displays the good. So you see the chat button there. It's showing right there. People can reach out to us via that button, and also click on the contact menu at the top. No matter which way is fine. We'll get back to you as quickly as possible.
Okay, Biafrans, you have listened to our minister Emeka Oragwu. He said the chat section in the website, you can reach them through the chat, or you can visit the website www.biafrashop.org, and you make contract, and anything that you need from the shop, you are going to receive it in no distant time. So thank you so much, Minister Emeka Oragwu, for being part of this program. And Biafrans, I really appreciate every one of you, though no question comes from any one of you, but I really appreciate all of you for being part of this program. And subsequently, we will continue to have such educative and interactive programs, questions on issues that are bothering us concerning our government, concerning the funding, concerning very, very important. Please, if you are joining us for the first time and you have not subscribed to our channel, this is the Questionniarre channel. We are on YouTube, we are on X, and we are also on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel so that anytime we are live, you are going to get notification. Very, very important. And here as well, if there is anybody you want us to bring to the studio, and if there are questions that you think should be answered, you can do well to email us or send us text messages either on X or Facebook, and we will be able to see how possible we can bring that person to the studio and respond to your questions. So today, like you all know, we are privileged. In fact, I'm very privileged to have our minister, Emeka Oragwu of the Biafran shop, in our studio today. And he has educated us on a variety of issues, including that of 18th Biafra a briefing, Biafra congressional briefing that happened in Washington, D.C. He was part of Biafran that traveled to the seat of power in America. And he also has somebody who testified about the positivity or the positive outcomes and the job that Biafran government is doing. They know about our prime minister, they know about our leader, and they know about our government, BRGIE. Minister Emeka, we have spent 2 hours plus. Please, I know you are a busy man, and I know maybe you'll be going to work or you have other things to do. What is your final word to Biafrans who are listening all over the world, sir? Your final word to them.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable David the Questionnaire. For me, my personal the advice I'll give our people is for us to rally around and support our freedom, our liberation. That is all. It takes money to defend our land. It takes money to take pay lobbyists. Some of these things we are seeing that we're all rejoicing. Some of these goals achieved is not with bare hands. We need to come around and work together to get our freedom. You may not agree, you may not understand. That's fine. But you know where to ask questions. You can come around our spaces on X and ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Come with an open mind. Don't come and start fighting. You can fight, no problem. We will accommodate you, as long as you're asking the right questions or the right,
Exactly.
Don't come and scatter our space because somebody said something that you don't like, or you took it the wrong way. You now start attacking the messenger instead of the message. That's one of the things that's affecting our people most times. That's why they said Nnamdi Kanu was talking anyhow. Nnamdi Kanu was insulting people. But meanwhile, his message was the truth. You see? So please, I know our people. I know my people. I'm a Biafran, the full-blooded one for that matter. I know how our people reason. Come around, ask questions. It's difficult. It's difficult to reject Nigerian identity. I understand, but still, come around, ask, and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. We'll enlighten you the more because we need more. We need more people to be part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mazi Emeka, for gracing the invite to appear on my studio today. I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Please, if there are other pending questions, anytime you feel like coming to our studio, always welcome to talk to Biafrans. Very, very important. And Biafrans,
please
thank
follow
you so
us
much
on TikTok. We're on TikTok. We're on X, or formerly known as Twitter. We're on Instagram. Please follow us. Biafra Shop.
That's very wonderful. So, Biafrans, you have listened to our minister, Emeka Oragwu. Then on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, on I don't know whether, are you on YouTube as well?
No, not on YouTube. Just
okay. So this is festive period approaching. Make sure you patronize Biafran shop, so that the more you patronize Biafran shop, the more money that goes into Biafran Republic government in exile, in our liberation and our recognition. Very, very important. So having said that, I think here we are going to call it a day. We have spent so much time in answering questions and as well educating our people, and our minister will like to do one or two things. So thank you so much, Biafrans. And I think today is town hall meeting, one of the town hall meetings. So please look out for the link to join our town hall meeting. Very, very important. But right now we are going over to the space
Yes.
to continue our awareness creation.
Yeah, you can share the
Very,
link. Can you
very,
share the
very
link of the space on your channel? So in case, you know, some people may not be on Twitter or X. So you may want to share the link.
okay. Let me see.
So come and ask your questions.
Yes,
You'll meet more ministers there. You know, more people there that are like-minded to free our people, to restore our nation.
Yes, so please come and ask your question. Any question at all that you like to ask, Biafrans are ready to respond to that question. Very, very important. Any issue whatsoever, we have to respond to that. And he thinks our sister Nkiru is the one that is, hosting the space. I want to share the link. Okay, let me see if I can get the link here so that people will go directly from here to join and listen and ask questions. Very, very, very important, because we are on a very perilous time at this time around, and we must continue to enlighten and educate our people on what at this time. Very, very important. The link, let me check. The link is coming up in a jiffy. Okay, oh my God, how do I pick up this link from here?
I mean, you could just post the link on your YouTube comments. If not now, you can do it later, because we have people streaming it on YouTube.
Oh my God. Sometimes this really, 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 really. I'm trying to copy the message and oh my God. Minister, can you send me the link on my, I don't know.
Yes, I work on that now.
Minister, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, please, if you can send the link on my X, yes.
Okay, hold on.
If you can send the link
To your X. Okay, hold on. Let me.
for me, I can't remember me that are here. I'm trying to send a link so that you can join the X conversation, make your contributions, and ask your questions. Very, very important.
I've sent the link.
Because this stage that we are, anything. Have you done that?
Yeah, to your X.
Okay.
And your WhatsApp.
I don't know what is happening. This thing is always hanging. I don't actually understand what is happening, but let me give it a minute. Maybe it's back.
Okay.
So if there is any issues that you would like to ask, please get on to X. On we are going to respond to it. Very, very important. Because you want everybody to be carried along. We want everybody to join for this freedom. It's for me, it's for each and every one of us. Minister, can you hear?
Somebody asking for the website. It's Biafra Shop.
Biafrans,
The website is Biafra Shop.
thank you for being part of this program today. As we to X, and later in today, we have a town hall meeting. We continue this message of Biafra.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hmm?
Okay, Minister, thank you so much. I want to log out now. I can't, the mouse is actually. So thank you so much, sir. So we are going to meet on the space, sir. Thank you so much. And goodbye from here, sir. Biafrans, see you on the X.